in their internship or research. And then after that, we'll open it up to questions, because typically you have different interests and questions about how to go about a internship and research experience. So first, we have Michaela.
Hi, like Crystal said, I'm Michaela Lindholm. I did research here over the summer. I did it with Dr. Orman, who's super great. I applied by basically doing a research proposal. I went to Dr. Orman and asked if she was available for summer research, and she was very kind of said yes, even though I was a little late. So probably won't do that, but they will take away from my experience. But I did 8 weeks over the summer, and I applied for funding, and I got it. I did research on the quantification of resveratrol and red wine supplements, and it was a really great experience for me because I actually got to work in a lab setting, which is a lot different from just doing your regular labs in S&P. I learned that science is a lot of waiting, a lot of things that probably don't bring away, a lot of problem solving, which is another really valuable lesson to take away from that. And it was really awesome to get results from things, even if they weren't quite what we expected, just to see some things work and get just anything that was remotely close to what we were looking for. It was like, wow, I know what I'm doing. My 3 years of education here thus far have been on place. And then also, if you are an international student or a DACA and you have any questions about applying for any of these research opportunities or any other opportunities like RUs or anything, email Vanessa at this email, and she can definitely help you out.
Okay, so next is me. So I'm a senior majoring in chemistry. So this summer I got an internship through Kentura, which is a chemical specialty company. So they do, it almost seems like random things, but I worked in a petroleum additives group, and we looked at making petroleum or modifying the petroleum to reduce the friction and reduce the wear on like engines and stuff. So to get this internship, honestly, I think I just Googled internships in chemistry, and this popped up. It was actually through the American Chemical Society and Society of Chemistry Industry or something. Sorry, but and it's actually a really great program. They pay you a lot of money, and then you get recognized. It's like so insane. I'm so glad I got to do it. But yeah, and, I don't know what else to say, but yeah, honestly, I just Googled it, so that's how easy it can be. And then the application process is similar to other internships or RU programs. So you have references and all that, and then you hear back like months later. I've had really like a lot of research experience, well, not a lot, but had a good amount of research experience, and I really wanted something that was going to be more applicable to industry, because that's what I'm interested in doing later in life. And so I really wanted this internship, and I'm really glad I got it because it's quite different from what we just do in the lab. Everything had to have a purpose. You can't just, I wonder if this is going to work because it costs money to the company. Your goal is, well, for this company, your goal is to make products for your clients. So I got a lot of experience with the client process, and the goals of the actual research was different. So
form. I didn't have any pictures of myself, so I put pictures of my work here, so I have to do with the real me. So I actually did two things over, one over the summer after my sophomore year and one last summer. I'm a senior now, I double major in math and computer science. So after my sophomore year during the summer, I did an RU at NC State in industrial and applied mathematics. And specifically I researched, okay, so you know when you do like, in Google Image, you can now like search by image and like drag and drop an image into the search bar, search by image. So to do that, you have to have a way to mathematically describe an image so that one image looking like another actually has some sort of mathematical correlation. So those are called image descriptor models, the models that actually define an image mathematically. So I worked on researching the efficiency of those and kind of formulating better ways to look at images and their correlations mathematically. And then that's some stuff that came out of my research on all that. And then this past summer, I was an IT development program intern at Genworth Mortgage Insurance. And they're just Genworth Financial is a larger company and they have a mortgage insurance branch in North Raleigh. So I basically, so during your interviews, you know how sometimes they'll ask you how you found a job? I kind of found this job through Google, so I was like, oh, I was just super interested in the mortgage insurance business. But I actually really did want to get into the financial industry because I'd gone the research route previously, and I liked it, but it wasn't really the right fit for me. And I had done more work in like actual mathematical computer science, like that industry that's specific to it. And I like that too, but I kind of like some variety in like the kind of data I'm getting in. Like I just like it to be a little, I like the fringe, working in the fringe kind of. So I wanted to try the financial industry, so I got this internship. And then one of the big things I learned from getting it was to take a gamble. Sometimes if you really feel like a job is a good fit for you and you can make a good case for it, do apply and do try to go for it. I consider myself a mathematician before I consider myself a computer scientist. And I believe I have, it's not even that I believe, I do have more expertise and experience in math than I do computer science. So to apply for an IT role was a kind of a risk, and I didn't think I would get it. So I was really actually honestly surprised when I did. So if you feel like a job is a good fit for you, do try and apply and take it. So what I did in this job was I created inventory processes for the company's data sets. There are hundreds of thousands of them housed on different servers. So I created a script that went through and gathered data about them that's on the top. And then I also worked on an enterprise-wide project to collect business definitions and kind of the progress of different things that were in our data sets. And that meant working with a lot of different teams, some which were more literate about the technology involved and some that weren't. So that really helped me learn how to talk in apples and oranges or horses and duckies about what I was actually trying to communicate in terms of technology, which is a really good exercise. Yeah.
So I did an RE program at the University of Chicago. How many of y'all have heard of REs? Like they're NSF funded. Anyone familiar with them? Okay, so a little bit. But I found that they're a really amazing sort of research tool to be able to go, because they have like this huge website with NSF REs, and they have different RE programs all over the nation. So like this one was in the University of Chicago, but they have ones at NC State, they have ones in Yale or Columbia, or any of those places. So you just go and apply when you have references, and there'll be different focuses. So, and there might even be like some like age range. So like this one was focusing more towards juniors and seniors, but like as a sophomore when applied, so you can like sometimes push it a little bit. So they will be specific targeted towards different things. So this one was for molecular and cellular biology, and so I hadn't had any sort of experience doing molecular cellular research, and so I thought it was a really good opportunity to try and do it at a sort of university where they have such a large amount of things that they can play with. So I got to learn a whole bunch of new techniques. I learned it all from like right there. Like I had no experience working with in a lab before, so to be able to do that and to be able to go automatically to things like sample purification, Western blots, PCRs, running SDS-PH gels, protein purification, and doing DNA analysis of different genes. I was able to learn that all in the summer, and it was just because I was able to work with a postdoc, and we basically would guide me through all of her, what she normally do in a research project. So she's saying, okay, go ahead and do this, give me a protocol, I'll go and do that. And so I really learned a sense of independence while working in the lab. So it was a huge experience. But then you also were rooming with people who were like all over the nations. Like I was the only one who was from the South, and people from like California, New York, and it was really cool to be able to see like how all these different schools were doing research across the nation and stuff. So we would all like live, there's 4 girls and 4 guys. And so we live in the dorms that they did there, but you have to like find your way around Chicago. Because like Chicago's like 20 minutes downtown. So it was really cool to be able to learn how to operate in a large city. So with these different R&D programs, they'll give you a stipend, and so you can either save all that or you can like spend some of it like, while you're in your city or wherever. So there's a huge diversity of different programs you can apply for. This is the one that I chose, and I was really happy with it. I learned a lot, and I made some really great friends that I still keep in touch with today. So I highly recommend them if you all have that summer, because you get paid like a lot of money for this, for like, just for research. So and you just learn a lot of skills.
Next we have Amy.
Hi everyone, my name is Amy Klinak, and I'm the president of the HPS. So 2 summers ago, when I was a sophomore, during the summer, I participated in a summer program called Summer Health Profession Education Program.
and it's an immunology toxicology company, so it's very biology based. I haven't taken biology since like 10th grade in high school, so I didn't know what I was doing. I was probably the worst intern they've ever had, so I'm not gonna ask them for recommendations, but if you're interested in something like that, that's a good place, I think, to go for an internship. They're really nice, they work with their school very well, and the guy that owns the company, he has a strong preference in merited students, and he made that very clear. So, just like probably why I got the internship. But, so I would, you could probably just like Google Burleson Research Technologies and get their phone number and contact them and see if they have any positions open for interns. And you could do that for like the school, for the semester, or over the summer, depending on what they need, I guess. But, yeah.
What did you say the name was again?
Burleson Research Technologies. And there's actually two Meredith graduates that are working there, Sarah White and oh, I can't remember their names, sorry, but yeah, it's a small company, so it's not that many people working there, so you get really good work professional communication skills, I think. All right, so now we can open up to questions that you have for us.
So, even though you said that you probably wouldn't ask them for recommendations, you still feel like you got something that was beneficial out of the internship, even though you didn't know much about the biology stuff?
Okay, so what I took from the internship? Well, I mean, I did a lot of things I had no experience with. Honestly, I think it just told me like that's not what I want to do. And I was just kind of jumping out of the ball field there and just trying to see things. Because I mean, I haven't had any biology experience. I don't know that a lot of chemistry is medical based. Like, that's a really big field, and I just kind of avoided it all my life. And so I didn't know if maybe I would be interested in some biology application. And so that's why I kind of went out of the ball field, and I'm not interested in it. I know that. It's just way out there. I'm good with some chemicals and petroleum additives. That's okay with me. So yeah, I mean, I got some good experiences from it. I learned a lot from it, but ultimately it wasn't for me. Yeah.
Want to talk about working with animals? Like, do something you're interested in?
Yeah. Well, okay. So Burleson is an immunology toxicology, so they do testing with lab animals. So you do have to evaluate your ethical perspective on that before working there. But as an intern, you would have to work with animals, so which I also did not like. Not the ethical part, just I'm not. But anyways. Any other questions? Yeah.
Hey, Crystal, if you can pull this up on the screen on your computer,
Yeah.
Google rit.edu internship.
Where is, this isn't my computer, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
RIT, that's Rochester Institute of Technology.edu, and then this space internship. And then if you click on, yes. Did you do RID
Yeah.
or RIT?
All right.
Okay, we need RIT.
Sorry.
Yeah. So the very first link, if you click on that, I just wanted to share this resource with all of you. This is a great resource for pretty much every life science internship. There are some chemistry ones thrown in there also. Every RU that's out there, yeah, so there's chemistry too. So Every REU that's out there is listed on there, and there are others too that are not REUs. If you scroll down, they've started to update it for the 2017, and you can search by area of interest, you can search by geography, and you can sort by paid versus unpaid, so alphabetical. There's a whole interactive database there that can help you identify the internship that works for you. So if you would all take some time to look at that and find ones that interest you. And it also includes the pre-health ones in addition to the research.
RIT.edu.
Yeah, it's Rochester Institute of Technology. I like the all opportunities listed are paid. Unless otherwise indicated.
That's all. I will say that, I think pretty much all, majority of RE programs, so that most of them provide housing, with your stipend, so that's good. I wasn't provided housing, so I had to pay for an apartment, in Connecticut. And their apartments aren't cheap, but there's, that was a good portion of my stipend, was just spent on traveling there and living there during the summer, but overall, I took care of my stuff that I have to, but, yeah.
On that website, it'll tell you how much they're willing to give you if they are willing to give you. I looked at this one thing. So like if you click on one of them, and then you click on like a specific internship, it'll tell you what your stipend would be, and then it'll tell you like, or if they even give you a stipend.
Yeah, just check out this website, it looks like it has a lot of information and a lot of opportunities. Are there any other questions? Yeah.
Okay, so whenever y'all were applying for internships and all these programs, I think it's important to realize that like most of y'all probably apply for a lot, right? And so I think some people get like discouraged because they don't hear back from the one or two that they applied for, but I think it's also important to understand that you're probably gonna need to apply for a lot. I think I applied for 20 or like 25 internships, I heard back from one. So, I mean, I think it's sometimes worth taking time to realize that you're gonna need to apply for a lot to maybe hear back from a couple. So is that true, but with y'all's processes?
Yeah, I applied to 5 last year for the summer internships. Yeah, I mean, and especially if you're with the like AMU where it's very, very competitive, then you should probably apply to a lot and have a lot of options.
Also for the summer program that I participated in, they have like one main application on their website, and you can choose your top 3 universities that you want to go to. So you only have to do like one application, and they're gonna let you know if you get it or not. So that's great.
I applied to 5 different ones, but I actually heard back from one before and got the results back from the other 4. So then they were like, you only have like 10 days to accept it, or we have to like pass it on to the next person who can get it like so soon. So there is like that little bit of like a catch-22 thing, so be smart in how you apply them as well.
I applied to like 8 REUs and about a dozen.
Yeah, I was actually interested in doing an REU, initially because all my research experience has been in area, but I wanted to experience at a larger, college that had more, instrumentation opportunities, like bigger labs, just to get that experience. And so I applied, I think, to 4 day before, and I hadn't heard of any of the other RE programs, so I was like, well,